As the Buy Canadian movement seems to be really taking hold when it comes to travel, here's our travel expert, Claire Newell, who joins us now for more on this. Claire, good morning to you. And we've got data that suggests that Canadian Airlines starting to rethink their schedules. And actually, we were talking about this on the show yesterday, cross-border land trips reportedly down to pandemic levels.
Yeah, this does not surprise me. Over 500,000 less in people going across the border by land in February of this year versus last year. And it's the sentiment is just growing and growing to really support Canada. And yes, as you mentioned, the airlines are looking at this very closely. Some have already repositioned and doing less frequency to the U.S. on certain routes. And that will likely continue as long as demand kind of wanes for destinations in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. But hopefully, Claire, with that, we see prices come down as well, because we've often talked about how domestic travel can be just so expensive.
Yeah, it is very expensive to travel with within our own country. It's a very big country. We do have 4 airlines that are Canadian that will fly domestically: Air Canada, WestJet, Flair, and Porter. And many of them have put on extra routes to support that, the interest within Canada. But the reality is what we're also seeing is U.S. airlines start to drop the prices for flights between Canada and the U.S. Whether people will actually take advantage of that and get over their anger because of a cheap deal really remains to be seen. But we're definitely not seeing that right now.
Yeah, saw that as well, those price drops in the U.S. That's interesting. Okay, with all of this in mind, you've come this morning with a number of travel suggestions that are proudly Canadian, and we're going to start with theme parks and fairs.
Right. So you don't have to be going to the U.S. to go and see the mouse. We've got lots of options within Canada. They may not be as big, but they are great. Obviously, Canada's Wonderland comes to mind. West Edmonton Mall has a fantastic water park, and they've got great shopping in Canadian dollars, the hotel with the theme rooms. And during the summer months, you've got 2 national fairs, the CNE in Toronto, but you've also got the Pacific National Exhibition in BC. So you can get that kind of theme and fair vibe here in our own country.
Okay, next up, suggestions for those looking for a beach vibe.
So I live in Vancouver. I'm a little bit biased. We've got some great beaches here, including English Bay, Spanish Banks, Locarno, Jericho. I could go on. And just a hop, skip, and a jump by ferry, you can get to Vancouver Island. And I think Susie Wall's favorite place in the world, Tofino, is on that list with Ucluelet, Parksville, Qualicum. And on the other side of the country, you've got PEI with Cavendish, Brackley, Blooming Point Beach. So great beaches here as well.
Those photos, by the way, look so more calming than the first set of photos of people on a roller coaster just screaming.
I'm with you.
Yeah. All right. What about those that are seeking something a little more city? Claire, what do you got?
Well, we have some great cities, and you get a different experience depending on what city you go to. If you're looking for the European vibe without spending too much money flying over to Europe, you've got Montreal or Quebec City. In Vancouver, you've got a great city with beaches, the foodie scene, the mountains, the ocean. So whatever it is you're looking for, you'll be able to find it depending on which city you're going to.
Okay, next, those looking for an island vibe.
So this happens to be my favorite. In BC, you've got the Gulf Islands, which are so spectacular. There's Salt Spring, Galiano, Maine, Pender, there's a whole bunch. The Magdalen Islands in Quebec, that cluster of 12 islands in the Gulf of St. Lawrence with some great beaches as well. Many people I know have never visited that, and it's on their bucket list. So definitely some great islands.
I should throw a couple of, you mentioned it already, but Prince Edward Island, and you saw some beaches there. I was there a couple of years ago, and then where I worked on Cape Breton Island, another beautiful place to visit.
Yeah, you know, as we're going through all of this, I think we're all reminded we have an embarrassment of riches when it comes to travel and beauty in this country.
Ever?
Yeah, and speaking of, let's talk about those that love the mountains. What do you got for them?
Well, Alberta really hits for this because you've got Banff, Jasper, Lake Louise that also have great lakes, as you're seeing right there. Whistler, BC, great place in the summer to hike, bike. You've got the lakes, you've got golfing. So you can hit Vancouver and then head up to Whistler. And I don't think you've ever been there, Jeff. You mentioned that to me when I saw you last.
Yes, I got to get there. It's on the list. On the list.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Okay. I know.
Road trip. Let's go.
Finally, as simple. Yes, you want to come?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The dogs here are also
going.
barking approval.
A simple fly and drive getaway.
Yeah, so a lot of people like to do this. You rent a car and get your hotels all planned, but there are some that are already planned for you with different tour operators here within Canada. One of the most popular is the Maritimes, where you do Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, all on one trip. Also, Newfoundland, fly, say, into St. John's and out of Deer Lake, and a great place to do that. But you could do a fly drive anywhere across this country. And at the end of the day, do your research. You do not have to travel internationally. Like Jeff, you said, we have so much in this gorgeous country, and most of us have not seen it all.
Yes, absolutely. Claire, thank you for this. Appreciate it so much, and we'll meet you in the mountains.
Yeah, meet you in the mountains. Both of you.